Elle was a real easy character for me to come up with because, in a sense, she was me. I grew up in a very isolated, very independent life that I chose to be that way, really. I had a lot of social anxiety growing up, and my parents, being that we grew up in Seattle, but we had a cabin across the mountains on the other side of the North Cascades where we would go almost every weekend, and that made having friends really hard unless you bring them with you, and often they can't do that. So I lived a very, very lonely kind of life, but it never saw it as a downfall or anything like that. And so I want Elle to kind of live also this very isolated, very lonely, chosen independent life where she questions everything. Everything's very in her head, and there everything's magical and everything has a story. And for her, being lost, being unable to smile, unable to laugh, I think that when Edgar comes into play, she really learns how to be herself again. All the books, it's a process of her growth, and I went through my own personal growth while writing the books and understanding life. And I don't want to say, oh, it's like this big thing, but it really does. Writing this book and reading the book, I've had so many people whose lives have been touched, dramatically changed even from reading the book, and it's touching to know that it can do that. But Elle, she's your whimsical, you're blonde, you're beautiful, just young, and ignorant maybe to the world's evils until she really comes into her own. So throughout the books, she's somebody that you can relate to, and I hope that you as the reader find you can.